streaming. Make this small. Make this over here. Where's my table? Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. All right, my table. Oh, my table shuts. Okay. You can hear me. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Fab Fit Friday. I'm really excited today because you may have just saw a sneak peek of the underwear that I'm working on. I have some thoughts about that. I'm very excited about the flat felled seam that I did on the side seams, and also using the flat felled seam to finish the edges of the leg openings. So I'm excited about that. And I ordered a bunch of stuff. I went a little crazy and I bought some things to try different underwear things in terms of, different elastics and other things to try. Now, I didn't think they would come in time, and half of them did not come in time, but I did get a package from Nature's Fabrics. I'm going to open this up so you can see what the dealie is with that. And then I'm going to talk about where I am in my underwear. I thought they were going to be finished, but honestly, I've been spending a lot of time just learning how to navigate in my new J Stern Designs YouTube Insider Club, which is up and running. And I want to thank you if you've joined me for the J Stern Designs YouTube Insider Club. Thank you, thank you. I just added a community part where you can actually ask questions, post pictures, and you can even get to know each other in there in the community Q&A section. But of course, you add things and then you have to connect them right. So I finished that, and if anybody's interested in joining me at the J Stern Designs YouTube Insider Club, I think there is a link in the description below. You can check that out. So definitely join me there. It's going to be super fun. I'm so excited. And if you don't know what the J Stern Designs YouTuber Insider Club is, it is my catalog of content organized by topic and order of operation, meaning everything's been put in order. If it's fitting, it's in order of fitting. If it's a project, it's in order of the parts of the project. And they're all instantly downloadable and accessed via QR codes or bit.ly link. So if you're on the computer, you can use the bit.ly link. If you're printing it out, you can scan the QR code. So it's very easy to get all this information. And if you don't have enough of me on Fab Fit Fridays, you can join me on Sunday at 5 o'clock. It's our first live meetup in the group. So that's my whole little talk about that. Again, I think there is a description in below. If there's not, I'll add it after I get off to check that out. Okay. Hey, Mary. Hey, Tana. Tana says, hey, Jen, haven't tried underwear project. Maybe your venture will give me the nerve to begin. Well, I'm very excited, and you'll see by what I ordered how excited I am. But let me just switch here and show you. Also, I just want to say this is going to be a quicker Fab Fit Friday today because I'm babysitting my sister's dog, Zoe, and she had ACL surgery, and she can't come to my house because she has to be calm and not jumping and running for 10 weeks. And my dogs are crazy girls. So I've left her alone for a while now. And after Fab Fit Friday, I have to run back over to her house because I'm staying over there. So this will be a little bit shorter. So anyway, let me just get over here to the underwear. And I'm very happy with what's happening now. And I'm going to zoom in here. What I did was I made, and let me just make it a little brighter so you can see. It's maybe a little bit too bright. I added a narrow band, and I used a flat felled seam to attach it. And I think the one mistake I made here is it's on a curve like a neckline, and it's not you know, it's not laying 100% straight, although I tried it on and it fits nice on my leg. So it's comfortable, it doesn't squeeze me, and when I'm wearing it, all of these little wrinkles smooth out and it lays flat. So as you guys know, the flat felled seam is a really nice seam to use because see how nice the inside is? It just makes a nice clean finish. So I'm very excited about this particular method to finish the leg openings. And then also I probably will make a wider band to attach the waistband. I may trim a little bit of the height of this off. I don't want it to be like super high, like above my belly button. So after I, you know, try it on again with the other leg opening finished, I will decide if I want to lower the rise. But I'm very happy with these now. You can see I've got a flat felled seam for my side seams, which is really nice because then you end up with a nice flat seam on the inside too. So it just makes a nice comfortable seam, just side seams, no center back seam, no center, you know, no seams in the front. Very excited to get these done. Hey Diane, welcome, welcome. Diane, I added a new section to the J Stern Designs YouTube Insider Club. It's a Q&A, so you can go in there and you can ask questions, you can post pictures. I also posted about this underwear project to kick it off there and give you instructions on how to post questions. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so that's where we are in the underwear. And what I did was I cut 2 strips on the bias, and before I sew this one on, I'm gonna cut a strip that's across the grain of the stretch versus bias, because I think the bias actually is not as stretchy as this is. Okay, so I'm wondering if I can get a smoother result if I don't cut the strip on the bias for the second leg opening. So next week I will show that to you. I'm going to put the straight knit strip here and I'm going to see if it comes out better than this. But again, remember, I tried this on and it smooths out and it's comfortable. So I've reached my goal in terms of it one way to comfortably finish a leg. Again, I'm going to take this bias strip and throw it away, and I'm going to cut a straight one, and I'm going to see how that works. And now let's open this. This is the fun part of today. After I got off of Fab Fit Friday yesterday, last week, I decided I needed to go shopping and find some elastic and find some fabrics that I can try to make other pairs. So that I think that tells you that I am excited about this project and I do want to make more than one pair of underwear. So let me just cut this open without cutting anything that's inside. Okay, let's see if I can just rip it here. This is the first time I've ordered from this company. This is the Nature's Fabrics website. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, so they have, they gave me a nice little card here. They gave me a receipt. And then look at all these swatches that have come with my order. That's really fun. We'll look at those in a minute. But oh my goodness, Mary, you're going to be excited. Look at these colors I picked out. I was thinking of you the whole time. So I got this bright pink. This is an organic cotton. Wait a minute. Organic, it might be bamboo. Hold on, I don't want to lie. Okay, this pink is bamboo, this is cotton, and this is cotton. So I picked some bamboo and cotton fabrics. Look at how fun this is. Don't you think this will make very cool underwear? I mean, I don't know, it's bright green, and I'm very excited about it. This is the organic cotton. This is bamboo, which is also very soft and it's organic. And then I have this pink color. So I have these colors, and I will tell you, fun fact, I ordered a second bunch of fabrics from the Bra Maker website, and there I purchased a few different elastics, and one of the elastics I picked is like this fern green color. So I think my fold over elastic might match this. This could be really fun. Oh, Mary's saying to wash that cotton first. I always wash everything first. Everything's getting washed and dried like I would wash and dry my underwear before I do it. But like, isn't this exciting? Like, having exciting fabric, I think, makes the project more exciting. I don't know if you want to agree with me on that or not, but I'm super excited to work with these, and I'm assuming that the other order with the elastics will come in, you know, maybe today or tomorrow. So there you are. Oh, there's like a Jennifer X, like Jennifer with X's on the ends. Hello, welcome, welcome. Mary says, so now I have to ask to see your panties if I want to see you in that color. I know, Mary. I'll tell you which underwear I'm wearing, but I do like bright underwear because, you know, I feel a little sparkle on the inside. I don't know, but I'm very excited to try these. And since this website was so nice and sent us all these swatches, let's take a minute and look at those. This is a organic cotton bird's eye. It's not stretch. This is a soft woven. That's kind of cool. We have a white bamboo terry, towel terry by Tilo. Tilo, by the way, makes high quality swimsuit fabrics, if anyone's wondering. This feels really nice. Look, it's nappy on both sides. That's very cool. Okay, so Mary's asking about using for the crotch liner. Does this pattern have a crotch piece? Yes, it does. And if you watched me the first time I was trying to sew this up, I had a mental breakdown on how to position it so the seam was on the inside. So let me just show you here. For this pair, I just used the same fabric because I'm testing. So there's my liner, but in my second in my second order, I ordered some panty liner fabric. So I'll share that with you. I'll share that with you next week. So I did buy some specialty liner fabric for underwear. It's coming. So we'll look at that before I sew up another pair. I do like the idea of cutting apart t-shirts for that piece too. That's a good idea. Oh, hello everyone watching JS and sewing with an empty bobbin. Oh my God, that's my favorite. I'm so sorry you're having empty bobbin, Pat. All right, so, oh, Pat, just so you know, I added another feature to the YouTube club. There's a Q&A section, so you can go in there and post questions and pictures now. I'm very excited. So check that out. All right, so there's the liner. And again, I have liner fabric coming. All right, so let's look at this one. This is a natural hemp French terry, and that feels really nice. Look at those little loops. That's a nice fabric. You can get it in black and cream. Now we have a Bali bamboo stretch French terry, great for dresses, pants, cardigans, and more. Oh, this is look at how fine that is. That's a really nice fine French terry. I think I might be ordering more fabrics from this website. I'll put their link in the description below when I get off. It's not in there now because I honestly didn't think that these would come in time for this week, and I just ran in the door from being at my sister's house watching her dog. See, Pat's crazy for all the colors too, Mary. See, look at this. This is a stretch fleece. Ooh, this is a really nice stretch fleece. That's nice. Very soft. This is a royal blue cotton interlock fabric, great for tops, dresses, lounge pants, and more. Available in more colors. So it's got a one-way stretch. There's barely any stretch this way, but it does stretch this way. And you can see it's an overlock because you can see it starts to get a little, you definitely have to clean finish those edges. Let's see. This is a Zinfandel bamboo velour. Ooh, that is nice. Look, it's got a flat rib back, and then the top, the outside is velour. That is comfortable. Um, oh, Pat, you didn't have to retract your message about all the color. I know. I'm going to start wearing more colors, I promise. Look, I'm wearing my red dress today. I have red on today. Whoop, whoop. All right, so this is black bamboo hemp stretch fleece. Also, this is very nice. Oh my goodness, that is a very soft, nice fleece, and it's also my favorite color. Only kidding. Well, almost only kidding. All right, so look at this. This is Moroccan hemp stretch jersey. Again, very soft and comfortable. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that they sent us all of these swatches to look at. Nature's Fabric. Again, I will put the link there when I get off. Now, I'm so happy they sent me this. This is a waterproof, like for backpacks or travel bags. It's very stiff. It's like a canvas. I'm going to take the sticker off and put it on the wrong side because I was looking at these on the website and I just thought they were very pretty. Look at how pretty that is for a bag project or like a makeup bag or a backpack, cosmetic bag. Oh, a makeup bag, cosmetic bag. That's really pretty. So I'm so happy they sent me that. And it really is. It's a very thin canvas. So it's printed. And apparently it is alcohol ink on canvas. Floral sprigs, alcohol ink on canvas, waterproof. I love this fabric. So that's very cool. Not for underwear, but also very cool. So I'm very excited that this came in time for today, and the fact that they sent me all these swatches to share with you. I'll just lay them out here so you can enjoy them for another minute. There's a lot of pretty things here. All right, so that's what I got going on today. I do feel a little rush because I hate leaving Zoe alone by herself. So I think I'm going to call it. It's going to be a quick one for today because literally, let me move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to throw all these knits into the wash. I'm going to put my swatches over here so I don't lose them. These are going into the wash. And oh, I can show you one more thing here. Now, as we know, or what I've heard, on your leg of your underwear, let me just move myself over to the other side for 1 second because I don't need to be like right here. I'm going to go over here. Okay, so on the leg opening, the front part of the leg opening, you don't want to have stretch there. You want that to be 1-to-1. So if you're putting elastic or if you're putting a band, you want it to just be equal to the length of the front leg. The back leg, you want to draw in a little bit. And I think you can see if I turn this one around, I did draw it in. You can see it's slightly gathered up a little bit. So the way I figured out what I was going to do for the length of my strip, let me see if I can find my strip here. I said I was going to throw it away and use a different, I was going to throw the bias one away and cut a straight of grain one. And of course now I can't find, let me see if I have a long enough scrap here. Hold on. That's going, yeah, of course I don't. All right, so the bottom line is I'm just going to pretend this is my strip. Not my strip, but we're going to go ahead and pretend this is my strip right here. The way I measured the length for the leg opening was I laid my knit strip 1-to-1 like this right around the leg opening. So I didn't stretch it, I just laid it like this. Okay, and then when I got to the back leg, I just put a clip there to hold it like that. And then what I did was I stretched the knit strip a little bit across the back to take that in, and that's how I determine the length. Now Mary is saying she puts her leg elastic in equal stretch all the way around. What matters is you don't have the whole thing too tight. Yeah, I can see where you could probably stretch it on the front as well. I'm going by some bathing suit instructions. Yes, and panty patterns do have negative ease built in. I was shocked how much I had to take it in. If you guys missed last week, I ended up, you can see here, I ended up removing 1.5 inches on a half of the front and back, which means I got rid of 3 inches across the front and 3 inches across the back to get this to fit me. So, you know, and it is, and the way I sewed it with no stretch in the front, it's comfortable for me, but maybe I'll try, you know, stretching it all the way around on the other leg. I want to do some experimenting to see what the most comfortable thing is. But I will tell you, I am very excited about having the flat felled seam because it lays flat. And maybe what I'll do on the next pair is actually put the ladders on the inside. So you can see here's my ladders on the outside of the underwear. Like maybe I should do it so the flat felled seam is on the outside of my garment. And so what's next to my skin would be the real flat ladder side, which probably would be even more comfortable. I generally don't wear my clothes so tight that I'm worried about panty lines and stuff. But again, I'm going to try it. And also I have to reiterate, I'm very excited about this project. So super excited about all that stuff. Is anybody else trying to make underwear while I'm making underwear? Because if you are, you know, I'd love to hear about it. I mean, I'd like to think that sometimes when I do stuff here on my channel, you guys then also try it, but it's okay if you don't. But also if you are, you know, you can let us know. Oh, you'll put them on inside out every time. I know. See, that's the other thing. You know what else happens like that? If I make my waistband for like my yoga pants or my skirts, and I put the seam in the waistband at center front, I put them on backwards every time because I always look for the seam to be at the center back. And I had this one skirt I made and I put the seam in the front by accident and I was just too tired to fix it. So every time I put that skirt on, I have to take it off and put it back on the other way because I look for that center back seam and it was in the center front of my skirt that I did by accident. Mary says, I use regular serger thread with a 4-thread stitch. You have seen my panties and that doesn't sound right. Mary and I are very close. She came to one of my 3-day pants fitting workshops and we really got to know each other and it was super fun. I'm so happy she came because there's really something about getting to meet, you know, people that I see online. And Mary's extra special to me now because I got to meet her in person, and every person I meet in person just adds that extra layer of getting to know somebody, which I always love. Dash Zip says, too soon in my sewing learning process to do knits. I'm still working to fit with wovens and can't tolerate serge seams. Oh, okay. All right. So you know what? I respect that because you know yourself, and if you're starting to sew and you're new, then, work on what you're working on and, embrace what you're learning. And then when you're ready to branch out, you can totally branch out. Part of me wanted to try doing a French seam on the side seams, which I may try on another pair. But I was looking for the quick and easy method, which would be just to serge it. So if I serged it and I used the flat felled seam, it was flat. So that was kind of cool. But I do appreciate you chiming in and saying that because you do want to work where you're working. And if you're just learning something, don't drop that and start something else new. Just continue where you are and eventually you'll get to things you want to try. Julie says, I've gotten as far as downloading the pattern, but I did use your method to remove circumference in the pattern from swim trunks for my granddaughter. Yay! Well, that's cool. I love that. My granddaughter got a new bathing suit too. Her dad bought it for her and it's way, way too big, like way, way too big. And I don't know, maybe one day when she's over, I'll try to take it in a little bit because it's almost like the water goes in one leg, never touches her body, and goes out the other leg. So we'll have to see about that. Carol says, hi Jen, I need to make a few pairs. I want to see what you think about the fabrics. Yes, I'm going to share that with you. And again, I ordered special lining fabric for the crotch from Bra Builders along with a bunch of elastic. And I think I also got one fabric from them. So next week I will have a lot more to say about fabrics and elastics once I get my hands on them. Oh, thank you for your top down center out videos. I'm making some pants now in the method and they are coming out flawlessly. I am so happy to hear that. That is so cool. Well, thank you for fitting along with me. I really appreciate it. You know, pants fitting is like my favorite thing to do. So I feel like underwear is pants fitting adjacent. Mary says, what fun in when you're making a knit top, you can have matching knit panties with the leftover fabric. See? I like that kind of matchy. That's a really good idea, Mary. I'm gonna, this fabric right here, I do have enough to make a top. So I will, my first matching set will be this fabric because this is that Beyond Yoga fabric that Fabric Mart sold last year. And that bright tank top I wear sometimes that comes up high on my neck, that's another color of that exact fabric, and I love it. I feel like I'm not even wearing fabric, so it's a very cool fabric to work with. It's moisture wicking, it's soft, it's stretchy. So I will be making a top out of this darker burgundy. I'll have a matching panty t-shirt set. That could be a new twin set concept. I like that. All right, so I think if anybody else, did anybody else want to chime in on anything they're working on, or if they're going to think about undies or any of those things? Because if not, I'm going to sign off because I want to do a few other things before I leave the house again to go dog sit my sister's dog. She's very sweet. You know, and I kind of feel like, you know, my daughter had ACL surgery last March and she's only starting to play volleyball now. So she did a year recovery from her ACL surgery. So I find it fascinating that, you know, you can do ACL surgery on a dog and then you have to keep them quiet for 10 weeks. That's like crazy. I'm praying that my Vizslas never have that issue because keeping a Vizsla down for 10 weeks would almost be nearly impossible. But anyway, so she's just very sweet and I do want to get back to her. So I'm a little bit short on time today. But I'm excited that those Nature's fabrics came, and I will put a link to their online store the minute I get off. So if you want to check them out, just wait a minute. I'll put the link up there. And if anybody has any questions about anything, please post those below and I will help you. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It was super hot all week and now we're in the 70s and it's kind of nice because in 1 week, my pool water got too warm. Literally, it got too warm in 1 week of 100+ temperatures here in Connecticut. So I'm glad it kind of calmed down because I don't want bath water in my backyard. But anyway, so, all right. I want to thank everybody. And I will see you all again soon. I'm working on a Fab Fit Friday. I'm working on a Fit Tip Tuesday that's going to talk about something that's happening in my Facebook group. Someone was raising the center front and back rise, and I have some things I think about that, and I'm going to share those for Fit Tip Tuesday this week. So look for that. And I have a cool tool too, so it's going to be a cool tool. It's not the cool tool I want to show you that needs to go on the wall. That still is not on my wall, but I have another cool tool that I want to share with you that is a great alternative for traditional waistbands. That's the hint. All right, so, oh, Jen is wishing me a great weekend. Jen, you have a great weekend too. All right, so I will see you guys later. It'll be all about all the new elastics and fabrics next week. And I'm going to try cutting a straight on the stretch strip to finish the other leg, and we'll compare those. So that's what we'll be doing next week. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a nice weekend. All right. Bye.